We're here at Westman Farms, the site of the Westman Farms commercial bred heifer sale that will be taking place on site right here at the sale ring that we are at. And I got the opportunity to talk with Derek Westman about their offering that they're going to be having here on Monday.
It'll be our 23rd annual heifer sale. We'll have two different breeding groups. We'll have a February 1st calving group and then a March 22nd calving group. In the early calving group, we'll have some red and red baldy heifers, about 150 of them. And in the black group, we'll have a black and black baldies, about 150 of them also. And then we have some traditional red white face Simmental heifers that there's about 60 of them that will calve in the early group. And then in the later group, we have about 50 black and black baldies and 50 red and red baldies. We've been doing it for 23 years as a sale, and I think we did it for probably 10 years before that. It's something my dad and myself really loved, the female side of the cattle industry. We kind of enjoyed it, and we need to keep some heifers for ourselves, so it worked good. We buy a lot of customer heifers back and put them back through the program, so majority of the heifers that we will sell here will be our own genetics come back around in a long-term way. It's something we really enjoyed. My wife and myself and our two kids enjoy it also, and it's a tradition we keep continuing to do. It's our 5th year here at the ranch, about 15 miles straight south of Vermilion, right on Highway 41. Lunch will be at noon, and sale will be at 2, so you got time to get your chores done. Everyone's welcome. We'll have a quick snappy sale at 2 o'clock, and then have some socialization afterwards.
In terms of shows, this week will be the Canadian Western Agribition down at Regina, and lots of our local breeders will be down there competing, including Twin Springs Farms, the owners of the Grand Champion Female at the Lloydminster Stockade and the Grand Champion Female at Farm Fair International. I got the opportunity to talk to Braden Thompson about his Grand Champion Female.
I mean, we bought her a few years ago out of the sale Friday Night Lights. Her and her sister were kind of the two talk about females. Just something new out of the new bull called Bats. And we knew that we wanted to own one of them, and we ended up with Mater Darlin, and we can't be happier with how that's gone so far. But yeah, it's crazy how much work's been going into it. I mean, it's been stressful just trying to make sure that cow stays milking and the calf stays interested in the cow. We were rinsing her every couple times a week, and this last week in between Edmonton and Regina, me and our partners Toby from Black Gold Simmental has been trying to wash her every day because, like he said, I wonder will be the next time we have a cow that's just good for Supremes. Oh, I mean, when we started out this fall, I had no intentions on winning a Supreme or even really being in a Supreme. But yeah, this whole winning a Supreme, it's definitely going to help. Guys are going to want to have progeny and come look at this cow and come see the rest of our stuff on the farm. I think it's helping our name get out there just because we are starting. No one really has heard of us yet, and I think this is helping us big time. It's really going to help with sales, especially when we sell our heifer calf later this fall at F&L, just like where we got our mom from.
And here's a look at the market report for Northern Livestock Sales that is here in Lloydminster. And so there were 7,760 head on offer last week. And so for young cows, there was a range of 100 to 115. D1 to D2 cows were 70 to 80. D3 cows were 55 to 65. And slaughter bulls were 90 to 110. For good steers, 300 pounds to 400 pounds were a range of 280 to 330. 400 pounds to 500 pounds were 270 to 310. 500 pounds to 600 pounds were 245 to 275. 600 pounds to 700 pounds were 235 to 255. 700 to 800 pounds were 235 to 247. 800 to 900 pounds were 220 to 240. For good heifers, from 300 pounds to 400 pounds were 220 to 290. 400 pounds to 500 pounds were 220 to 250. 500 pounds to 600 pounds were 220 to 235. 600 pounds to 700 pounds were 210 to 220. 700 pounds to 800 pounds were 200 to 215. And finally, 800 pounds to 900 pounds were a range of 200 to 215. And that will do it for this week's Cattle Report. For Primetime Local News, I'm Thomas Wildman.